So they care for you, should you not care for them? Or does the duty of care a parent has for a child not go the other way around, Terry?
I mean, it's a tough one because obviously I haven't experienced it, and I think you've got to experience it. I think there's always guilt anyway when your parents die, you know, because you think, oh, I should have done this, I should have maybe done a bit more of that. But boiling it down, if your parent was horrible to you, never seemed to show you much love, and you didn't like them anyway, then I'd say no.
Well, I think dementia's, I mean, it's such a cruel disease, and I think in the early stage of dementia, the individual really suffers and struggles, and often they get a bit frustrated and angry. Once somebody is in the advanced stages of dementia, that individual isn't really suffering, but those around them are experiencing a living bereavement, if you like.
Yes.
And my honest feeling is I don't think it's one size fits all.
So there is no obligation that just because your parents cared for you, that you have to care for them?
Well, there certainly isn't any legal obligation, is there? But
moral,
I think,
I mean, is there even a moral obligation?
Well, interestingly, I always say, and I'm starting to kind of think slightly differently, because I always say to women when they get their first pregnancy test, you know, from that moment onward, tattooed through the middle of you like a stick of rock are two words: guilty and worried. Actually, maybe the same is true when you become an adult of your parents, so the scales tip. But, you know, you're going to feel guilty or whatever. I've got a lovely friend who lives in Gloucestershire. He drives to Kent to a nursing home to see his mum every month, and he arrives after this hideous journey, and she says, hey, she does still recognise him, so she says, hello, dear. Oh, how lovely to see you. How long have you been here? And he said, I've just arrived, Mum. Should we make a cup of tea? Oh, that'd be nice. And he goes to make a cup of tea, and he comes back in, and she says, hello, dear. Lovely to see you. And he says something, you know, why do I go? But actually, for him, she has a pleasurable afternoon several times over, because every time he leaves the room, she has again.
And I suspect he likes that, and I think it does get more difficult, Rosemary, if you don't like your parents.
I mean, just caring for anybody is very, very challenging. And if you've got somebody with dementia, you've got an ill person who's got dementia. The worst case scenario is then you get a second ill person, and that ill person is the carer. And we have a big thing in our surgery about who is caring for the carer. And if it is clear that the caring role is making a second person ill, then I think we have to step in.
But what about the expectation? Do you expect your kids to care for you?
No, and in fact, I've done a living will so that they don't feel morally obliged to look after me either. So I've done a living will when I've said, I do not expect you to look after me, particularly if I haven't got a clue who they are, which is often the case. And she's saying, you know, people saying, oh, I feel morally obliged, I feel guilty. The reality is a lot of people with advanced dementia, they haven't actually got a clue who's looking after them.
Do feel free to comment and give us a thumbs up if you feel inclined. For more clips from the show and exclusive behind-the-scenes videos, click here. If you're new to the channel, click the subscribe button here to be automatically informed when new videos are available. Links to our other social media platforms can be found in the description. Thanks for watching.